Many of the best, deep, philosophical stories don't give straight answers for the themes they cover. They often show the situations and let the audience interpret it the way they want. These more complex stories pose difficult questions that can't be answered with just do the right thing. While it would seem a story about a serial killer wouldn't have such moral dilemmas, Monster definitely has difficult themes and difficult questions about life that don't have clear answers. Hey everyone, I'm Wheeze. Thanks for checking out the video. I have a few more videos on Monster that you can check out if you are interested, including one that is a review that doesn't contain spoilers, which is not this video. Major spoilers incoming. So with that out of the way, let's get into the video. The biggest theme in the story of Monster is the value of life. This is very obvious by the main struggle of Tenma and Johann's psychological battle. On the surface, the journey is just Tenma trying to find Johann to kill him. Johann is like a ghost. No authority has caught him commit multiple murders and mastermind many more. He is a dangerous person. A lot of people would say Johann is better off dead, and it is right for Tenma to kill him in order to prevent any more people from dying. However, the show takes a more philosophical approach, making it more questionable for Tenma to kill him. More on that later. Johann is incredibly cool, like one of the coolest villains ever. He is so calm as he commits horrible atrocities. He doesn't kill out of anger or because people get in his way, and he doesn't fear death. In fact, death is his goal. Although widely regarded as a fantastic villain, Johann doesn't have many of the things that great villains generally have. Makishima Shogo from Psycho-Pass does terrible things to show how broken their system is, and he is actually fighting for freedom. A recent example from a non-anime is the Mandarin from Shang-Chi, the real Mandarin, not the actor, who although has a past of being a conqueror and a killer, does everything in the movie because he wants to bring his dead wife back, which is very understandable and relatable. Most of the greatest villains are characters who you could see yourself doing the same thing in their place. I believe this is one of the most important lessons of storytelling. It can warn you about the dangers of quickly slipping into doing terrible things under certain circumstances. Johann is not like this at all. Johann is just evil. As a boy, he was involved in the brainwashing project of Kinderheim 511. However, it was shown that this did not create Johann. He was a monster way before these events. The origin of Johann's evil can be traced back to his birth, being born as an experiment to make the closest to perfect human to lead the human race. The starting point of Johann's decisions were when Nina was chosen to be part of Peter Capek's experiments. While both being dressed the same, Johann questioned whether his mother chose her to protect him or because she had mistaken him for her. And then he had delusions that he had gone through the trauma that Nina had experienced. While these things were bad, they actually had an encouraging end for the twins, with Franz Bonaparte killing everyone involved in the experiment and protecting the twins. His line, "Humans can become anything," has a more clear meaning by the end of the series. Nina recalls that he told her, "Run far away from here," and "You are both beautiful jewels. That's why you cannot become monsters." Now, I'm getting into personal philosophy and how the show spoke to me. None of this is definitely what the show was trying to say or what the author believes. But I don't believe it was trying to give answers. It was simply showing the experiences and asking us to give our answers. So let me know in the comments what you thought Monster was trying to say about these subjects. Now, this shows an interesting look at the nature of humanity and a belief that everyone has some kind of opinion on, whether it's conscious or not. Are humans basically good or basically evil? I believe Monster is trying to show that humans are not basically good, but I also think that's true in real life, and Monster is very realistic. So this is very much based on personal beliefs. However, the answer Monster gives at the end makes this question mostly pointless. Despite what Johann went through, which was terrible, it's not very debatable that Nina went through much worse after actually experiencing the tragedy at the Red Rose Mansion. By having the twins, Monster shows the two paths, and how Johann chose emptiness and death, while Nina saw his acts as terrible and chose to fight against them. That is not to downplay her struggles caused by her past experiences, but only that she tried to get past it while Johann embraced it. Some argue that Johann going into Kinderheim 511 was the cause of his evil, but it's very clearly shown that he was a monster before this and he committed murder before being sent to the orphanage. Monster shows greed, lust, hate, murder, and all kinds of horrible human behavior. Even the pure-hearted Tenma admits to cheating in college. Whatever you believe about the reasons for this, the reality is the same. Humanity has a great potential for evil. It's easier and more natural to do what is wrong than to do what is right. Now, this is where Johanns philosophy comes in. Johann is a I just want to see the world burn kind of villain. His end goal in the final arc is to kill an entire town by causing the residents residents to panic and kill each other, showing that people are evil, and having Tenma kill him, showing that even the doctor who lived his life to save lives was a monster who could kill. Before this final arc, Johann also experimented with isolation, taking away everyone around a certain person so that they knew no one. This is part of the story about names, which is so often alluded to. What does your name really mean, and who are you if no one is around to call you by your name? Johann saw the evil of the world and concluded that the only thing humans are equal in is death, and that everyone is a monster, so he wanted to prove it. Although I mostly agree with Johann, I believe the world is evil and everyone has the potential to be a monster, Johann missed a very important part, and that's choice, or free will. If everyone is controlled by their circumstances, then Tenma should kill Johann, and it proves he is just as evil as Johann. If he went through the same thing Johann did growing up, he would be in the same place. A lot of comparisons made for Johann are being like the Antichrist from the Bible, or just straight up Satan. Even the beginning of the anime references this fact with opening up on the passage from Revelations about the beast. But I think Johann is a lot more sympathetic than a pure devil. He embraced nihilism and death, but he still didn't want to be alone. He wanted to know everyone is like him, including the doctor who saved his life. However, Johanns philosophy is proven false. Not everyone is a monster, even if many people are. In the end, Dr. Tenma never shoots Johann. He is shot by someone else, but survives long enough for Tenma to operate on him again, this time knowing full well who this person is and saving his life. By doing this, he stuck to his belief that all life is equal, nullifying Johann's ideas. Whether humans are good or evil or somewhere in between, all life is equal, and striving to be a good person is much better than death. The very last scene is Johann's hospital bed being empty, with an open window blowing a breeze into the room. Although there is multiple interpretations for this, it symbolizes the monster is gone, ending the story with a theme of hope and forgiveness. While you don't need religion to be a decent person, I believe having a relationship with God is the best way to live, by believing there's a purpose and having a kind of peace that is impossible elsewhere. I encourage everyone who has made it this far to at least try to read the Bible, try praying, or attend a few church services and do research. Whatever you do, knowing what you believe and analyzing yourself is never a bad thing, and stories like Monster often ask questions that can only be answered by your personal beliefs. I will be praying for all my subscribers, so subscribe to have a perfect life without any struggles. Just kidding, I'm not going down that route. Subscribe if you want to see more of my videos and help me to become successful so I can get money. That would be great. Thanks so much for watching. Ciao meow!